Is anyone home? How's everyone doing? Wolf here with another episode of Minecraft 1.14. And here we are down in our slime farm. The farm that we built last episode. And looks like the iron golems are talking to the wall. Okay. Anyway, let's get on to the next part of this build. We're going to be building the storage unit and the cover that's going to be above all of this. So, the first thing I actually need to do is I have to go and find myself some packed ice for part of the water system that's going to help me collect all this slimy goodness. And I happen to know exactly where a frozen ocean happens to be. You doing your job? You're doing your job. Yeah, I can see you're doing your job. Yep, okay. So we got to go get some packed ice, and then we can start working on the build, getting the collection system, storage area, and cover to this base going. Let's do it. Now, after traveling several thousand blocks, we have found our frozen ocean. We've got our polar bears, we've got our ice, we even got a frozen shipwreck. A little glitchy. Alright, let's start collecting stuff. Now that we have our packed ice collected, let's start working on the system that's going to send our slime balls all the way up to the top. So the first thing I need to do is I have to get rid of this system right here. So I'm going to take that and Alright, now this is all going to go in here. Now, I've already collected one full chest of slime balls, believe it or not. And now we're up to, what, almost a half of a chest? So, the system's doing really good, and I still only have one platform in here made, mind you. Alright, let's get started on this. So, now what we're going to do, in front of this hopper, we're going to take a dropper and place it right there, so it faces outwards. So, in other words, it's going to throw the stuff this way. Alright, and then what we need to do is set up a system that's going to allow the system to tick through each item that's in here. So what I'm going to need to do is, for right now, I'm going to need to chisel out a couple blocks here, just so I can get some work done in here. Make sure, yeah, okay. And look, it's already got some slime balls in it already. Alright. Now, what we want to do is we want to detect something that is in this dropper. So we're going to use a comparator to do that detection. So we're going to drop a comparator down right here. And as you can see, it's already detecting the fact that there's something in this dropper. And there's 8 slime balls. So what happens is, every single time the minecart comes over and passes over one of these hoppers, 2 slime balls are pulled out of the minecart hopper for each one that it passes over. Alright, so where'd he go? There he comes. So that'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, provided that there was actually 8 inside there. And looks like there was only 4. Okay. So that's what this is doing. So it's detecting the fact that there's a value in this dropper. And now we're going to set up essentially a comparison. It's going to be designed so that it loops this comparison factor. So we're going to put a regular block here. A dot of redstone here. We're going to put a block on top of that one. A block next to it with a dot of redstone. We're going to take this repeater. It's going to go in front of that facing outwards. Put it on a 2-tick delay like so. And then, ready for it? That drop will go right there. Okay. Now, you can see the fact that this is doing its thing. It is sending itself into this continuous loop. But it's not doing anything with the dropper yet because we don't have anything on here to tell it to do its thing. Why are you not placing? There we go. Okay. And then last but not least, put a dot right here. Look what happens. Okay, good enough. We're done with that. All right, so we've basically set up the loop that's going to allow this system to continually throw something out. And if this dropper happens to fill up completely with the slime balls, this is the way this clock works. It will not actually jam the system up. It will continue to try to pump more out because the way the subtraction comparison of this system doesn't fill up. In other words, for every when it comes around here, the math doesn't technically change, even though there's a full strength coming out of this dropper. All right. Okay. So now I'm going to put some blocks back here because I don't need all of the space taken like so. And let's get some lighting up here. Good. And I'll put you back up on the wall there. All right. Now, next up, the thing I have to do is we have to now create a tunnel system. And I've already dug out a 3x3 section of the ground all the way up to the top. So what I'm going to do is, you're going to have to move. Basically, we're going to have a wall right here. Actually, you can go to. All right, here's where the chute will go. Let's get this all in place. And I need more blocks, of course. So, then what will happen is, I will use water here with a block of soul sand that'll go here. That'll shoot everything all the way up to the top. Now, I could use solid blocks here and, of course, try to use that type of elevator. But this system actually gets it up and to the top a lot more quicker. Okay, so what I have to do is finish getting this whole tunnel system built up, and then I got to put all the water. Now, each one of these blocks, 1, 2, 3, all the way to the top, all have to be water sources in order for this to work. So this is going to be a bit of a long process for me, guys. And we'll be right back. All right, now I have the water elevator chute in place. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use these gates for right now to temporarily hold back the water as I put it in place. The first one is going to go right here as soon as the dropper stops, right here on this dropper slot. Okay, that'll be the first one. I'm not putting one down below because that's where the soul sand is going to go. And what I'm going to do is each one, I'm just going to come up and then I'm going to place. Just like so. Did I miss that one? Got to make sure you get the right block count. And I'm going to do that all the way up to level 64, I think I'm at. And then technically I have to go a little bit higher because I got to build the chute up for the collection system. And all I got to do is just swim right on back down and then I'll roll on out, just like so. All right, let me get that all done and then we'll get the next part done. Now I have the water all the way up to at least level 64. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to place in my soul sand right below there. And we should start seeing the bubbles. Good, we do. And then what I'll do is I'll switch these out for regular blocks. But I'm going to check this to make sure it goes all the way up. And of course I could just throw an item in there, but why not ride the elevator? And every single block has water in it because I didn't get stuck anywhere. And look at all the mobs trying to get to me. Wow. Alright. And look at the slime balls going up. That's really good. So we know the system is now working. And as you can see here, I've already outlined this section right here is actually the walls of the slime farm. And this inner wall is actually the section for the base. So now what I want to do is I'm going to put in a temporary collection system up here because I need to build the system that's going to cover the slime farm and then also work on collecting the slime balls. In order to do that, though, I need a temporary workaround for right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a temporary solution right here for right now. I'm going to give that right there like so. And then let's have a little bit of stonework here. See, system's working really good because it's throwing it up there pretty good. Let's see here. Give me the water bucket. I'll put one right there. Continue. Yep, good. And it's still shooting. Still shooting the slime balls way up in the air. That's one of the things you have to worry about when you are constructing this. So, and then I'm going to need a temporary block. Alright, I'll just use that for right now. And then what I'm going to do is, actually, give me that water source back for a second. Give me that, put that there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a water source here so it flows in that direction. And then we take that block out, and then see it now. See, that's what happens if there's a water source missing. They float in the air, not necessarily air, but the non-water source area. And then you fill it in, and then they come back up, and then what will happen is put your block there. Trust me, you're going to want to do that. So when they come flying up, they're going to come up and hit this here, and then go into the hopper like so. All right, guys. So I'll have to switch that out for something else, though. Anyway, that's pretty much it on this part of the build. It's a short episode. That's because what's coming up next is going to take a bit. As you can see, I have a fairly large chunk to build with you guys. So we'll catch you guys in the next episode as we continue building the slime farm. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Y'all take care now. Bye.